welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
Look there at spectacular SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. Tonight, a good one in the NFC. It's the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Los Angeles Rams. A welcome to you, Mike Tirico, along with Greg Olson. Chase McLaughlin set to get it started. Off we go on Sunday Night Football. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Rams once again led by Matthew Stafford at quarterback. First 12 years with Detroit, his 5th year with the Rams, including a Super Bowl championship, winning Super Bowl 56. The #1 overall pick all the way back in 2009.
Hey, think back to early in training camp. It seemed like every single day there was a report about his health and whether he was practicing or not. But here's a guy that has a ton of NFL experience, Super Bowl winner. I mean, this guy is as talented and as good of a passer as we have seen in the last 20 years in the NFL. So assuming he's healthy, assuming he continues to build and get his physicality back, I know he's getting a little long in the tooth, but make no mistake about it, Matthew Stafford can flat out play.
On the ground, former Notre Damer Kyron Williams. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
There's very few defenses in today's NFL, Mike, that you can play the cornerback position and be unwilling to tackle. Those days are kind of over, so give credit to this guy. I mean, he identified run, he understood his leverage and gap fit, and he's able to bring him down for no gain.
And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding him to just a short gain.
Backfield empties. 5 receivers in the formation for 3rd down and 5. From the gun, here's Stafford. And that is incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. And that's going to lead to a 4th down.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on 3rd down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up, and they fail through the air, and we're going to have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. So the Buccaneers come out, and Baker Mayfield leads them out. He has found a spot to be very comfortable. The former #1 overall pick out of Oklahoma, who turned 30 in the offseason and has done a nice job with the Buccaneers the last few years.
Well, this is the type of quarterbacks that just give defensive coordinators nightmares. They stay up all night thinking, okay, what is the best way to defend him? Do we treat him as a runner? Do we treat him as a passer? And I think that's really where the most stress comes in, Mike, is you want to make sure you don't let him kill you with his legs downfield as a runner, but it's also his ability to extend plays as a passer that really creates a lot of stress on your back-end coverage, and that's where those big plays can come. So it's a big challenge. They know it, and we'll find out early on what the plan is.
18 yards on the pickup there. It's a 1st down for Tampa Bay.
1st down, Buccaneers.
And that's a nice grab for his first catch of the game, Mike. And he's someone that the play caller has told us he wants to get him early touches, get him a feel for the game. A nice job there making that happen.
Here's carry #1 for Rachaad White. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
Brings up
This play here, Mike, is just all about the get-off of the defensive line. Watch how fast they go when that ball is snapped. Nowhere for this running back except to go down for a loss.
Man in motion, heading right. On second down, Baker. A pass, it's complete. It's Shepard. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down.
And it's third down.
From the gun, it's Mayfield. That is caught. He got Godwin. And he's going to have the first down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
Get this complete right side to Otten. And he'll be hustled out just shy of the first down marker. That's a pickup of 9. Is going to set up second and 1.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
Baker going to hand it to White. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. It's a pickup of 13 yards. Good for a Buccaneers first down.
Really nice explosive play there on the ground. And tell you what, for these fans sitting in the stadium, they're not used to seeing their home team pushed around. So continue to be physical at the line of scrimmage. Mix in the runs with the pass. And if they can continue to generate these big explosive runs, I don't think they need to go away from it.
And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
He's made his presence felt throughout this opening quarter. They better figure out a way to slow him down defensively. Otherwise, he's in store for a monster game.
They'll try to get the running game going. His first carry, and he's got it. First down, a pickup of 4.
Second down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a first down.
On 1st and 10, here's Baker. They'll set up the screen to White. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
Here's 2nd and 9. Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. That's out to the flat, and it's complete. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up third down. We have an injured player for the Rams on the field. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. He'll try to keep the drive rolling, facing 3rd and 6. Baker to throw. To the goal line and in. Chris Godwin. Touchdown, Buccaneers. On is Chase McLaughlin for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Buccaneers will take a 7-0 lead.
Rams nothing.
Here's McLaughlin now. After the score, he'll kick this one away. Now return coming from the 7. The Rams offense ready to possess the football for the second time. They were forced to punt the first time through. It led to a touchdown, so down 7-0 as they get the ball back for 1st and 10. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. They'll start this on the ground. It's Williams. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
From the 25, here's 2nd and 9. Now Stafford. That's caught by Puka. And he's going to get this to the 37-yard line. That's a dozen for number 12, and he's got a 1st down as well.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
Off the bootleg, it's Stafford. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
Linebacker certainly wasn't fooled on that play. Not only does he get there in a hurry, but he's able to secure that tackle and bring him down for a loss.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Here's a handoff to Williams. How about that back bulldozing his way forward? A gain of 9 yards.
It's tough to completely celebrate, Mike, when you don't pick up the 1st down, but that's a run you will take every single time. I mean, good yardage, and in a lot of situations, it'll get you the 1st down, just not here.
Third and 2, Stafford. And this is going to be incomplete. That is a letdown there. Pass looked to be on target. No catch. And now 4th down.
But here we find the best laid plans sometimes do go astray. Every offense, Mike, what do they tell us? We want to stay ahead of the chains. We want to stay on schedule. This was a 3rd and very reasonable. Incomplete on that 3rd down try. Now brings up 4th and short.
And he's not going anywhere. Stuffed behind the line. They have turned it over on downs.
You know, Mike, I'm all for being aggressive. There are definitely times where you have to go for it on your side of the field. I'm just not sure if at this point in the game, this was one of them.
The Buccaneers offense ready for their 2nd possession. They'll have a short field looking to build on the lead. It's thrown quickly, taken in by Godwin. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 39-yard line.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd down and 5. On the give, it's White. He'll turn this into a gain of about 4. It's going to lead to 3rd down.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. 3rd and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Mayfield. That is brought in at the 10. And he will get into the end zone. Chris Godwin. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Make it 2 touchdowns in the very first quarter of play. What an opening quarter he is having. Greg, that is 2 touchdown receptions here in the first quarter.
Mike, all this guy has to do is keep this pace up, and he's going to have himself 8 touchdowns. But in all seriousness, if I'm this quarterback, I'm not looking anywhere else until this defense proves they have an answer, because right now, they don't have one.
On comes McLaughlin to add the PAT. The kick is good. And the Bucs will extend their first quarter lead. It's now 14-0. Here's McLaughlin now after the score. He'll kick this one away. This one taken at the 7. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Rams offense ready to take over once again. Been a bit of a shaky start so far. A punt followed by the turnover on downs last time they had it, trying to turn things around here on drive number 3. He'll start this drive by keeping it himself. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line. They get 11 and quickly pick up a first down.
Nice job by them getting the back to the perimeter. Then he's able to get outside, stick his foot in the ground, and then get vertical. Right down the numbers. Those are the type of runs this offense wants to see more of going forward.
Man in motion is Smith. He'll try the right side with Williams. And he'll get up beyond the 40 to the 41-yard line. That's Yaya Diaby with the tackle.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Second down, they need 7. A shotgun snap to Stafford. This throw right side is caught by Adams. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down. So we are through one here on Sunday Night Primetime. The Bucs have the early lead. We're back in Southern California in a moment. Second quarter now. Rams in control of the football. 3rd and 6. As we are ready to get back underway. Throw on 3rd down, Stafford. He gets this complete, finding Adams. It's a gain of 12 there. First down, L.A.
Rams, first down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
It just seems like whenever they need a big play on 3rd down, you can almost guarantee that he's someone they're going to try to get the ball to, and certainly easy to see why. Clutch play by everyone involved and keeps the offense on the field.
Nice job pushing through the would-be tackler. Gain of about 3. 2nd down. So a lot of options on the table now. It's 1st and 5. It'll be a run out of the gun with Williams. And he's going to pick it up and take it down inside the 35 for the first down.
A gain of 9 yards.
It just seems like every time this guy touches the ball, he makes something happen, and not all of his runs are always going to be positive. He's kind of one of those guys that's going to get a 0, a 1, a 2, but it's the home run threat. It's the big plays that really tip the scales in your favor, and when you can generate those big explosive plays on the ground, man, it makes such a big difference for the offense.
And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
Brings up 2nd.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
The second down throw is incomplete.
And even though they'll say he had a man in the vicinity of the throw, it was clearly not intended to be caught. Really smart play. Don't risk a turnover here. Live for the next snap.
Third down, they need 5. On third down, they go with Cora.
Well, we have an early decision here, Mike. How aggressive does this coach want to be on this fourth down try? I think you got to keep your offense out there. You have a prime opportunity to take the fight to them, extend this drive, and hopefully be able to come away with points.
So on comes Joshua Carty to try this field goal. This one from 39 yards out. Carty's kick is good. And the Rams get their first points of the game. They trail 14-3.
And when you find yourself down double digits, you don't want to make habit of settling for these field goals. It does allow them to chip away a little bit and cut into this deficit, but they've got to find a way to score touchdowns.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Johnson now to return, and he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Bucs offense and receiver Chris Godwin set to take over again. You're going to be looking to possibly push this to a 3-score advantage. Work to do on this drive. 1st and 10. They'll start this on the ground. And here's White. And good hard running there. He'll push his way forward. Gain of about 5.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
Now a toss left side for White. Room up the sideline at the 45. And he's taken down, but just shy of midfield. A gain of 17 yards. It's a first down for Tampa Bay.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
Chris Godwin, the receiver he was looking for. And it'll bring up second down. Now Mayfield. A short one there to Otten. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. A pickup there of 13. Good for a Buccaneers first down.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
From the 33, here's 2nd and 5. Now Mayfield. This one is caught by Shepard. And they'll whistle him down, but not before it picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
When you call these double moves, you're going for broke. And you're looking to throw this ball over the head of the defense, so give a lot of credit to the defensive backs. Yes, it led to a completion, but this was not the big play the offense intended when the coordinator called that play.
That is hauled in at the 5. And he's going to be taken down. It is a gain of 23 yards, and now they'll have 4 shots at it. It's 1st and goal.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's 1st and goal.
Off the play fake, it's Mayfield. He's trying to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not, and be taken down there.
That 1st and goal sack now changes everything defensively, Mike. You imagine that you're in a 4-down territory where the offense is going to try to take advantage of the field position and punch it in over the goal line. Now, can you hold up on 2nd and 3rd down and come away with forcing a field goal, which in this situation, I think is a huge win.
Now back at the 4 for 2nd and goal. Throwing is Mayfield. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Emeka Egbuka. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. And the show continues. What a first half he's had, Greg. A 3rd touchdown pass with that one.
Mike, what stood out to me the most so far is just the amount of space these guys have had to operate in. I think if I'm this defensive coordinator, me and my staff at halftime are revisiting this game plan. They obviously felt good about it coming in, but I don't think there's anything to feel good about thus far.
McLaughlin now for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Bucs move out to a 21-3 advantage.
Rams 3.
Here's McLaughlin now. After the score, he'll kick this one away. On the return, this is Blake Corum. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. Here come the Rams as their offense trots back onto the field. They'll try to get this a bit more respectable before the break. It has not been their half to this point. Let's see what they do on this drive. 1st down now. And he's able to push his way forward, a gain of about 2. It'll be 2nd down.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
2nd down, it's Stafford. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball, modest gain.
Stafford now on 3rd down. That's to the left side and taken in by Smith. And he's going to get awfully close to the 1st down marker, but appears just to be a few inches short.
And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem, and that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
To return is Johnson. And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. Baker Mayfield and the Bucs ready to get back to work. And he has done everything you could ask of him coming into this one. Spread it around, hasn't taken many chances, and potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40. They'll gain 17 on that one. A very quick 1st down.
Well, a really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up 1st downs without having to get to 3rd down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
That one down the field, but it is incomplete. Emeka Ibuka, the intended receiver. And that will lead to a second down. That's Ibuka in motion. Throwing on second down, Mayfield. That's over the middle and caught by Ibuka. What a connection. He's down inside the 5-yard line. It is a big play for the Buccaneers. That goes for 58.
As that play unfolded, Mike, I thought he was going to have a chance to find the end zone for the second time here today. And I'll be honest, if I'm the play caller, at the end of this drive, I might give him one more shot at the end zone. But either way, they got to be thinking coming away here with 6.
And he's in! Rashad White. Touchdown, Tampa. He has done it again. That is 4 touchdown passes in this first half. Greg, he might skip halftime with the way he's performing right now.
Yeah, Mike, this passing attack is just really unstoppable. I mean, it is just remarkable the success he's been able to have. We're not even at halftime yet. He finds himself on record pace. I can't wait to see what he does the rest of this game.
On comes McLaughlin to add the PAT. He's got it, and the Buccaneers stretch it out, leading now by the score of 28-3. Here's McLaughlin now. After the score, he'll kick this one away. On the return, here comes Corum. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Rams offense ready to get back to work. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run by Williams. And a strong 1st down run, a pickup of 9, setting up 2nd and short.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional, you become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
They will not get this one off. It'll be a delay of game. Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and 6. From the gun, here's Stafford. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down.
And they got the look they were hoping for, one-on-one on the outside. He's just unable to hold on to it through contact, and I think that was a big opportunity missed.
Stafford from the gun on 3rd down. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a 1st down.
It's been a rough first half, but now as we approach halftime, Mike, you got to start getting some wins, and it could be something small like we just saw here. Some positive plays, build a little confidence on that sideline, so as you go into halftime, you have something to build on.
The motion man is Nakua. They send a receiver in motion left. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Stafford. Throw here down the field. Will fall. Incomplete.
Just a little bit too much juice on that one, and you just can't throw the ball out of bounds. Give your receiver a chance to go up and compete for the ball, but when you miss that far wide, he's got no shot.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Stafford to throw again. A quick slant, and here's Adams. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line. His 2nd grab on this drive, good for 11 yards, but most importantly, a first down. Throwing again is Stafford. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
There's a lot of ways to get the ball in the hands of your running backs, and it's not always by just handing it to them. In this case, it's a simple check down, picks up a good gain, brings up 3rd down.
It's going to be 3rd. They need 1. They'll throw once more. Here's Stafford. He's got a man. That's Nakua. Complete. And he will score. Puka Nakua. Touchdown, Los Angeles. A terrific play all the way around. Finished off by the receiver, who not only made the grab, but Greg turned it up and takes it into the end zone.
And that's the tricky part, Mike, that transition from receiver to runner. And in this case, he does it flawlessly. Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then get upfield and get yourself in the end zone.
Joshua Carty comes out now for the extra point. His kick is good, and the Rams are able to edge a bit closer.
Buccaneers 28, Rams 10.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. Johnson now to return. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The Buccaneers offense and running back Rashad White ready for this next possession. They'll do so with 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Mayfield. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up 2nd down.
And I think I want to see a little bit more of this style from this defense. The key, Mike, is at that catch point, you want to create as much contact and be physical. Separate the ball from the intended receiver, and it's a great example there.
And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. Trying to hook up with Cade Otton that time around. And it's going to be 3rd down. It's Otton in motion. Out of the shotgun. Mayfield. That one too far out in front. It is incomplete.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
He'll be brought down, short return, and they'll take over there. The Rams offense going to take over here in the last minute of this first half. We'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Stafford. That's taken in left side by Smith. Now the Rams going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half.
At the 47-yard line.
Second and inches. From the shotgun, it's Stafford. Yeah, and he's going to have the first down as he gets out of bounds, and he stopped the clock as well.
And that first down was huge for this offense. Now they can take a deep breath. Focus on trying to put a late scoring drive together before we hit the halftime break.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Now Stafford. Now a timeout Rams, that's number 2. As the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go until halftime.
2nd and 6 at the 45-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 6. To throw is Stafford. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
You talk about a quarterback getting bailed out. Man, that is a pick all day long. And as this defender enters the huddle, you see a bunch of his guys hitting him on the helmet. But I can promise you, they're saying, next time, you got to come down with that one.
A shotgun snap to Stafford. Open man, right side. He's got it. The Rams use their 3rd and final timeout, as that'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
On 1st down, Stafford. That is brought in at the 10. And he is out of bounds. 17 yards that time for number 17.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all of that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around? If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready. If the ball's thrown too late, that's when disaster strikes. Smart decision there on 1st and goal. If it's not there early, don't get baited into a bad decision. Just throw it away and live for another down. Really nice decision making here. Brings up 2nd and goal.
So on comes Joshua Carty to try this field goal. This about as short as you can get. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. So we've hit half here out west, and we'll send it back east to Scott Hanson, who has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hanson and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the 3rd quarter as we're ready to kick off the 2nd half. Back out to our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thank you, my friend. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to the kickoff of this 2nd half. 3rd quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. On the return is Sean Tucker. Get across the 20, mark them at the 22-yard line. The Bucs offense, and running back Rashad White, ready for this next possession. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. he'll get forward for a couple. It's second down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and 7.
They motion a receiver right. On second down, Baker. That one is caught by Ibuka. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
Now, so far here today, putting points on the board certainly hasn't been a problem, and plays like that are why. Think about it, Mike. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you and not force something that's not there, and that mid-range pass results in a fresh set of downs.
They run with White, and he surges forward for a gain of about 5.
He was brought down at his 49-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up second and 4.
From just shy of midfield, here's second down. Now Mayfield will swing this one out to White. Oh, a nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
From the gun on third down, it's Mayfield. And that is incomplete.
I think he predetermined that third down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
And not the greatest of results here. This is going to hit in the field of play and continue out of bounds. The Rams offense ready for their first possession of this second half. They'll start out first down and 10. Off the bootleg, it's Stafford. And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on first down.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
From the 29, here's second and a couple. A give, and here comes Williams. And he will keep the drive moving. Gets the first down. Nice gain of 5.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. Second and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down.
First down, Stafford. Look wide, get this one complete. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up second and 4 at the 40-yard line.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's second and 4. Here's the give up the middle with Williams. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you'd want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now, and partially it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage in the game.
Stafford now on third down. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. He had their lone touchdown of the game earlier, and he comes through with the catch and a first down in this spot.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
That's to the sideline and intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Tyke Smith. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
So often, Mike, defenders are just happy the ball ends up in his hands, but not this guy. I mean, the catch was one thing, but then the party really got started. I mean, look at this return. He gets one block. He gets another. He's got teammates springing him all over the field, and this offense is lucky this didn't go all the way back for a pick six.
The Buccaneers offense and running back Rashad White ready for this next possession. They start with the lead and the football. They do so with tremendous field position. It's 1st and 10. Here's Mayfield. Oh, a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass he'll say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up 2nd down.
And that's another brutal drop for an offense that has struggled to catch the ball up to this point. And yes, you can nitpick about ball placement and whatnot, but listen, the reality is at this level, if it hits your hands, you have to find a way to come down.
And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
Really nice timing on that slant route. You can tell the quarterback and the wide receiver are completely on the same page, and when executed at that level, it's virtually impossible to stop.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. To throw is Mayfield. And that is incomplete.
And barring an aggressive decision here on 4th down, it just seemed like a really wasted possession to go 3 and out, not able to pick up a single 1st down. Not only do you not able to gain any field position advantage, it really takes a lot of the wind out of your sails as you find yourself jogging off the field and the punt team coming on.
McLaughlin's kick is good. And the Bucs will extend their 3rd quarter lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
McLaughlin hit the field goal a moment ago, and now he's back to kick this away. Now return coming from the 7. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Rams offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They are in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. Right away, they'll try a jet sweep. And he tries to get to the edge, but cannot do it. Good job by the defense. No gain.
Well, that defense had that pegged from the jump, Mike. They tried to catch him a little off guard by doing a jet sweep to the wide receiver. There was no going anywhere on the outside. Great pursuit by the defense. No gain.
To throw on 2nd down, Stafford. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
It's 3rd and 4. The motion man is Nakua. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. That catch puts him over the 100-yard mark here tonight, and it gives the team a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard
Every team in the league practices these situations every single day. That's a critical 3rd down, Mike. So now with this fresh set of downs, they got to just take a deep breath. Now you're really not so much playing against your opponent as much as you are playing against this clock.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. Pass is caught left side. That's Parkinson. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. That's a gain of 16. This offense is humming. A 1st down.
You know, Mike, these crossing routes, you just see them being used more and more often. And really, it's because it's good against any defense. And What it does is it creates separation. It allows some of your best players to catch the ball on the move, and that short throw oftentimes turns into a long run. When you can get this level of run support out of your secondary, Mike, man, what an advantage for any defense. This defensive back clearly reads run, gets off his block, and he's able to take down the back for a loss of yards.
Stafford now on second down. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down. We have an injured player for the Rams on the field. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. They'll come up to 3rd and 3. Parkinson in motion. Back to throw. Stafford. And that is incomplete.
So prior to that third down call, Mike, I thought they put themselves in a pretty good situation. At that down and distance, they had run and pass, both at their disposal, but nice job by the defense being up to the task. Force the incomplete, brings up 4th down.
Here we go on 4th. Stafford. And that is not going to work. It is incomplete. They go for it on 4th and wind up turning it over on down. Here's the Tampa Bay offense. They're going to take over once more. They've definitely outplayed their opponents to this point in the third quarter. They might be looking to grind out some first downs and chew up some valuable time on the clock. Lots of space past the 45. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line. How about 25 yards to start the drive? First down.
Well, that's how you get a drive started. A big play here in the run game, and you have to imagine this is something we're going to continue to see. Success early in the drive typically results in success later in the drive.
Crazy. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. They have found something on the ground. 16 more yards on that carry.
Couple of explosive runs here to start the drive, and now you got to ask yourself, what's the counterpunch? I think as this defense continues to pack themselves in tight, this is a prime opportunity to try to take a big shot downfield.
And he brings it down to about the 28-yard line. Roger McCreary up from his corner spot makes the play.
1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's 2nd and 9. On the bootleg, it's Mayfield. Get this complete right side to Otten. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up third down.
When you put plays like this on tape, it sends a message to every defender across the league. When you play this offense and this guy has the ball, you better bring it when you come to contact him, because if not, you're going to be on the wrong end of it.
From the gun, it's Mayfield. That is hauled in at the 5. And he's going to be brought down. That is a gain of 20. What a chance now. 1st and goal coming up.
Once he saw the defense, he knew that outbreaking route was going to be there. All he had to do was wait for his guy to get to the spot and drop the ball right in the bucket near the sideline.
Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. He is hit before he can get rid of it, and down he goes.
The offense goes from feeling really good about the previous play with a real nice pickup to then on the ensuing play ending up going the complete opposite direction. Really nice job here by the defense immediately getting back on track. And what do the coaches say? Just play the next play, and that's exactly what they did.
going in the wrong direction. Now 2nd and goal from the 12. Now Mayfield. He'll step up and run, and he'll take this one in. Baker Mayfield. Touchdown Buccaneers. Greg, nothing changed at halftime. They come right out to start this 3rd quarter and pick up where they left off.
Well, I think this defensive coordinator is going to think back to his halftime speech, Mike, because whatever adjustments he thought they made, it obviously didn't resonate. What we saw happen in the first half, they picked right back up here to start the 3rd quarter, and at this point, the offense has hit its stride, and they continue to pull away.
McLaughlin, good on the extra point. And the Buccaneers will extend this 3rd quarter lead.
Rams 13.
Here's McLaughlin now. After the score, he'll kick this one away. On the return, here comes Corum. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line.
Their own 23-yard line.
Now a 1st down throw for Stafford. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this 3rd quarter. So we are through 3. And Sunday Night Primetime continues after this. From the 25, here's 2nd down and 7. To throw is Stafford. Here's a screen set up to Williams. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and
2. Here's 3rd and 2. Out of the gun, Stafford. That is incomplete. Great work to get in there, make things difficult defensively, and it sets up 4th down.
And that's exactly how you teach it. They want these defenders to time the hit, that right when the ball gets there, you separate the receiver from the ball. And those are the ones on offense, man. You just have to make that catch, Mike. I know it's easier said than done, but you know the hit's coming. You've got to squeeze that thing, brace for impact, and make that play for your offense.
He's got a man. That's Nakua, complete. And he's going to have the Rams 1st down as they get the conversion with a gain of 14.
And this completion certainly won't be changing the outcome of the game by any means, but I do think there is something to be said for teams that continue to fight. They continue to try to at least finish this game and have something to build off of going into next week.
They're going to work this down inside the 45. That's 13 more on that play, and quickly another 1st down.
And we're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest, and while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time, it's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense.
That'll be caught by the running back, Williams. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
Gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 38-yard line.
From the 38 now, here's 2nd down and 6. Parkinson in motion. Now a 2nd down throw for Stafford. Goes brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Now it's a bootleg with Stafford. Open man, left side. He's got it. 13 yards on the catch there. Good for a Rams first down.
You know, it's really been a one-sided game, but how often do we see in the fourth quarter the team that finds themselves down by a lot, they start to come alive? I think it's a combination of trying to end the game on a positive note, but also sometimes that defense getting a little lackadaisical.
Stafford to throw again. There's that man again. Another catch. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
The drag route is certainly not the most complicated route on the route tree, but a really nice job there using the scheme to create separation. He did a really nice job there working across the middle of the field as he made himself open.
On the play fake, here's Stafford. Short throw, pulled in by Parkinson. And they continue to churn out first down. What a drive. It continues now with first and goal.
And this is the blueprint, Mike. The ability to sustain and maintain possession and methodically move the ball down the field in the process. The defense has had no answers up until this point, and now the next step is, can they come away with 6? Because anything less than that, after this long drive, would be a bit of a letdown.
That one way too slow in developing. They rally to the ball, they get the man, and it's no gain.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped, and that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league and results in a negative play.
He's got it at the 3, and he's in. Puka Nacua, touchdown LA. He's got another one, his second touchdown of the evening. Well, it's not going to be enough, but at least they find the end zone at the end of a hard week's work. At least a little payoff with a touchdown, Greg.
Mike, you can just chalk this one up in the column of too little, too late. Give credit to this offense for not going down without a fight, but they're not going to have enough time to find themselves back in this one.
The extra point from Carty is good, and the Rams are able to cut into the deficit. So following the score, here's Evans to send it away. Johnson now to return. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. Baker Mayfield and the Bucs ready to get back to work. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. And that'll be a pickup of 3.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 26-yard line.
So from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd down and 7. Out of the pistol, it's Mayfield. That one down the field, but they cannot connect, and it's incomplete.
It's been a bit of a pedestrian game for this quarterback and ultimately this passing game here today, Mike, and I know they all would have loved to connect on that deep throw. I think that stat sheet would have looked a whole lot different, but just a little off in their execution and leads to an incompletion.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Mayfield. And he'll be taken down, but good enough to keep this drive going. It's a first down.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Tampa Bay.
And this is what can happen when you're so worried about protecting the sticks, Mike. You force them to throw the ball underneath, but then you've got to be able to rally the ball and tackle. But they weren't able to do it before he gets the line to gain, and he ends up picking up the first down anyway.
On the handoff, it's White. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
This back's been having his way all night long, Mike. Just a lot of room to operate. Great job by the offensive line all night long, but in this case, defense does their job. They're able to penetrate, get in the backfield, and take him down for a loss.
On second down, Baker gets this one into the hands of his receiver, Godwin. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down.
It's a gain of 8. And it brings up third down.
To throw is Mayfield. This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball, and it is fourth down.
And on that third down, they thought an easy way to pick it up and get some positive yards would go to their quick game, but it didn't seem like the receiver and the quarterback were on the same page, and now brings up fourth down.
Now a fair catch, and it's going to be a long field. They'll take over right about their own 13. Matthew Stafford and the Rams offense getting set to go again. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read seemingly every time. And will mark him down up beyond the 30. That's the way to get started, a pickup of 17 and a very quick first down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
Working out of the gun, Stafford. He'll go right back to Smith. They hook up again. And he'll get the penalty yardage and then some back, and is very close to a first down.
How fast things can flip. You find yourself in first and a mile after taking a penalty on first down. But that chunk play there in the passing game now gets them back in sequence with the chains and brings up a more manageable second down.
He'll take this one forward for about 3, and that's a first down.
This offense, they're not interested in taking the deep shot here. Second and short, the way they're running the ball, pound the rock, reset the downs, and just keep the drive alive.
Couple of first downs already on this drive, and they'll go first down from the 43. Now Stafford. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete.
Well, we all know the running joke, right, Mike? If this guy could catch, he'd be playing offense. And, well, I think that's kind of a joke for the past. These defensive players are incredible these days. That's just too easy. You've got to secure that interception for your defense and get off the field.
To throw on second down, Stafford. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it third and 4.
Here's a third down and 4. From the gun, here's Stafford. And that is incomplete.
I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey, guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball.
The offense staying out there for this fourth down. Stafford to throw it. That's taken in. And he's going to get there. He's got the first down. With great awareness after the catch, he gets enough to move the chains.
Some teams just have a stronger appetite for being willing to go for fourth down tries, even on their side of the field, Mike, and we're seeing it so much more often. The days of just punting the ball back and forth and saying, hey, we're going to play good defense. Remember, the better your defense, that doesn't mean you should punt. The better your defense, the more chances you should take on offense.
17 yards, the gain there. First down, L.A.
It's been tough sledding for this offense all day today, Mike, but especially here in the second half. So they are just in desperate need of a spark, just something to get their offense into a little bit of a rhythm if they want to have any chance to find themselves back into this game here late.
That is caught, and he'll take it on in. Colby Parkinson, touchdown Rams. Well, Greg, the light's still on way down at the end of the tunnel here. They are climbing back into this one with that touchdown here in the fourth quarter.
And they have a tall task ahead of them, Mike, but they have a chance. I mean, we've seen stranger things happen. They got a two-possession game here late. They're going to need a couple stops, and they're going to need a couple things to bounce their way.
On comes Joshua Carty for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Rams are able to edge a bit closer.
Rams 27.
This one not quite over, but down a couple of scores. We're going to get an onside kick.
Late in the game, this is where you see teams really start taking some chances. And boy, this was a big one, but it's not going to work out.
The Buccaneers offense and running back Rachaad White ready for this next possession. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the fourth quarter. They'll run over center with White. And now the defense is going to take their first time out. Remember, they get an extra one built in with the 2-minute warning coming up momentarily.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Rams 47-yard line.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll go again with White. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up 3rd down. The defense uses its 2nd timeout here, and don't forget, clock to stop when we hit the 2-minute warning as well. You've got to consider this an absolute must-stop defensively. It's 3rd down. From the gun, it's Mayfield. Got a man! It's Ibuka! Complete! And he's into the end zone! Emeka Ibuka! Touchdown, Tampa Bay. That his 2nd touchdown tonight. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
McLaughlin now for the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Bucs will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter.
Rams 27.
Here's McLaughlin now. After the score, he'll kick this one away. This one taken at the 7. Yeah. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. Here come the Rams as their offense trots back onto the field. They have likely one play left here north of the 2-minute warning as they're going to get started with 1st down. From the shotgun, it's Stafford. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
On 2nd down, a run with Williams. And he'll have enough to move the chains. He'll take this forward for about 3 yards.
Well, here's where you really see the value of having a good run game. 3rd and short, 4th and short, the ability to just keep it simple, win up front, turn around, hand the ball to your back, and to say, okay, more likely than not, we're going to get a fresh set of downs, maintain possession, and now continue to find opportunities to go generate points.
And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
Really nice job there defensively, playing the integrity of that zone defense so well. Anytime an offense is running these crossing routes or these underneath drag routes, they're trying to cause confusion with the underneath zone defenders. In this case, they all stuck to their reads, they all played their responsibilities, and they're not able to pick up.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him. Vita Vea in there for a loss of 5 on the sack, and now it's 3rd down.
Certainly hasn't been their best game in terms of rushing the passer, but you find yourself with a lead here in the 4th quarter. No better time for that pass rush to come alive and see if they can close this game out.
On 3rd down, Stafford. Taking a shot downfield for Smith. And they will bring this into the red zone. Big connection inside the 20. Rams use their 3rd and final timeout. It comes with 36 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. The motion man is Nakua. A 1st down throw for Stafford. He's hit as he threw. It goes to the ground, and it's an incomplete pass.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense, because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
Second down, it's Stafford. Throw over the middle, brought in by Adams. And they'll have 1st and goal. He is down inside the 10-yard line.
And while this game is certainly all but over, this drive really comes down to pride. On one side, you got a team trying to show they're willing to fight all the way to the end. And then the other, they don't want to give up a touchdown at this point in the game.
Throwing again is Stafford. That'll be incomplete. And now we are down to likely just one more play.
Down in here in the low red zone, Mike, these windows are just so short. The field's a lot wider than it is deep, so it really changes the scheme and the progression of the quarterback, and nowhere really to go with the ball, and falls incomplete.
One last throw here for Stafford. For the end zone, but it's batted away. Incomplete. He was open for a moment. Defense closed quickly, and now it's 3rd and goal.
And while this one is all but over, these guys aren't going to let up one bit. They have a lot of pride in their performance, Mike, and just because they have this big lead, they're not going to give you anything easy here down the stretch.
Here we go. One final play. And the final throw of the game winds up incomplete, and that will do it. This one comes to an end. So a win here for the Buccaneers. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did. And that was the difference in this one. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olsen and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. Good night, everybody.